GardnerFence is the premier manufacturer of safe, maintenance-free vinyl fencing for the horse industry. From Iceland to Ecuador and all across the U.S., GardnerFence systems can be seen wherever horse people care about the safety of their horses, the appearance of their property, and the freedom to enjoy their lifestyle without mending or painting wooden rail fence. Gardner is the leading provider of superior three-rail vinyl fencing designed for the horse industry, and nobody can match Gardner for quality, price, service, and value. A properly planned and installed Gardner fence is the key to years of trouble-free enjoyment of your fence. In addition, professional installation is expensive. Installation can easily cost as much or more than the materials required. Gardner will help you save a significant sum of money in the installation process. This video is designed to take you through the simple installation process step by step. We'll watch ordinary folks install their fence in two very different locations. One installation is filmed in the fields of rural Wisconsin, and another in the uneven and stony landscape of the Colorado Rockies. Under any conditions, and in most any terrain, a Gardner fence is the ideal way to protect your horses and give you years of maintenance-free enjoyment and value. Gardner fence uses 10% titanium dioxide vinyl UV inhibitors to protect your fence from the sun's damaging UV rays, and manufacturing techniques perfected in vinyl home siding and window applications. Your Gardner fence has a life expectancy of more than 50 years. Durability and long life, they're important, but what's more, a quality Gardner fence protects your horses. The material gives without injuring your horse. An old friend and special guest joins us for this presentation. John Lyons, America's most trusted horseman and world-renowned trainer, is pleased to offer his perspective on the proper installation of your Gardner fence.
Hi, I'm John Lyons. This is Preacher. We'd like to welcome you to the Gardner Fence building video.
As a companion to this installation video, we recommend visiting the Gardner Fence website at GardnerFence.com. Follow the link for how to install vinyl fence and print the text version of all the instructions as a reference. On the website, there are also specific instructions for gate installation included in the text version of our installation steps. Print these as well. Gate installation is an important, separate process in the installation of your fence, and this topic deserves special care and attention. The first step in building a perfect Gardner fence is planning. You must plan every facet of the enclosure from fence lines to gate positions, even the direction your gates will swing. This plan will lead to a calculation of your footage requirements, and you can determine the amount of material you'll want to purchase.
It is so very important when we go out to work with our horse to set a goal and to set a starting place to reach that goal. Building a fence is no different. We need to set a goal and a starting place to build our fence.
When every foot of your fence is laid out and drawn, either on paper or carefully visualized in your mind, set your corner and end reference stakes for the entire fence enclosure. You'll attach your string lines to these. Set your stakes 4 to 8 feet beyond where your corner and end posts will go. It's easiest if you place your reference stakes on the outside of the fence line. You're going to want a reference stake every 50 feet or so. For step 3, you're going to want to stretch the string lines very taut and snap them to the ground until straight. A nice straight fence line is important, and this is a critical step. We love our horses, and here's an important tip. When keeping horses, curves in your fence are much preferred over corners, and if corners are necessary in your fence design, always avoid putting gates in any corners. It's best to place your gates at least one section or 8 feet from a corner. Your horses will tend to bunch up on you when you open your gates, and a corner is a bad spot to have your horses crowding.
You know, we're all concerned about the beauty of our place and the safety of our horses. And so it's important as we're designing our fence to lay out nice straight lines or nice pretty symmetrical curves. It will help our place look better and keep our horses safer.
As we said, place stakes every 50 to 75 feet along the string lines. These are for reference, and this extra care helps to keep you on track for a perfectly straight fence. For curves, use a flexible measuring tape to create patterns for a perfectly smooth shape to your fence. Mark post positions every 8 feet with ground marking paint, placing your marks 2 1/2 inches inside the string lines. When marking your gate positions, add 12 inches to the opening, including your desired gate size. In other words, if you want, say, a 10-foot gate, mark your gate posts at 11-foot centers. As we mentioned earlier, GardnerFence provides special instructions for planning gates and for proper gate installation. Please see the text instructions from the Gardner website for all the specifics.
Improving our property can be a whole family experience. And building the fence is the same thing. We can not only improve our property, but we can make it a fun family experience for everybody. The fence isn't so difficult that you need a professional crew to put it in. You can do this, and actually everybody benefits in the family because everybody takes more pride in what they've accomplished, at home.
Now you may remove your string lines, or better yet, pull them off to the side. Do not remove your stakes. These are now serving as your main points of reference. Drill the post holes with your tractor or a bobcat using a 12-inch auger.
For the longevity of your fence, the strength of your fence, and the stability of your fence, it's very important to get enough cement around the base of your post. That's why we recommend a 12-inch auger.
Using the auger, sink your post holes to a depth of 2 feet. If you're on an incline, initially dig your auger bit in at a slight angle to get it to bite. Then straighten the auger for a nice vertical post hole. If you hit a rock, you may have to deviate from a perfect vertical auger approach and cheat it this way and that to work around the obstruction. Using a post hole digger, clean out all the loose dirt that may have fallen back into your post hole. Now it's time to replace your string lines. Place the posts in the holes and allow them to lean away from the string line. Set the post to the string line using a torpedo level and cut a spacer bar to a length of 91 inches. Use the spacer to place between your posts when setting them to ensure you'll maintain 8-foot centers on the posts.
One of the very important steps that will really help you make your fence come out right is take that 2x4 and that sledgehammer and kind of hit that top of that post really hard and set it in the ground before you pour your cement. That'll allow the post to stay in the right place as you're pouring your cement in.
Settling the posts in the dirt in this way also prevents them from moving in the wind before you get them firmly set in cement. Pour concrete, forming a donut of concrete around the bottom of the posts in the bottom of the holes. Use either dry Saccrete 80-pound dry cement mix or ready-mixed concrete. Be sure and pour water in the post holes first if you use dry concrete mix. Re-level your posts, checking with a level. And while concrete is wet, either drive the post down using the sledge and a board or pull the posts up to the desired height. You're working toward a nice, smooth, uniform look. Use your string line along the tops of the posts as much as possible. It's a great tool for pulling straight height assessments of your fence and also for sloping posts. Re-level again, checking for alignment of the posts before the concrete sets, making sure all the post tops follow one another in a perfectly straight line. Let your posts set thoroughly for at least 24 to 48 hours.
A sense of humor and patience is very important in training our horse. Putting up our fence is the same. Let that cement set for 48 hours before you start putting in those fence rails, you'll be much happier with the results.
Stagger the rails. Cut one rail at 8 feet and run the others through at their full 16-foot length. Insert rails through the middle post and into the post in the direction you're moving, and then back into the post behind. Take your time. This is the fun part. If the rails are too long, this can happen on curves or if your post is set short for a gate. Cut the rail shorter with a circular saw using a plywood blade, and re-notch the rail using a notching tool. On inclines, it will help to router the rail insert opening, making it slightly larger on the middle of 3 posts, cutting on the downhill side only of the middle post. Follow the gate instructions closely to complete your project. Gate posts should be reinforced with 2 pieces of rebar and are filled with wet concrete. All should go well with those. Using PVC glue, attach the caps, putting a small amount of glue around the inside of the cap. Place the caps carefully and firmly on the posts.
The last step of building a Gardner fence is the best. It's where you sit on your front porch and you look at a job well done and how beautiful the fence looks. I mentioned before it can be a fun family experience. Building fence can be fun. Mending a fence is never any fun. So it's important to understand one of the best features of a Gardner fence is your fence is going to last for many, many years with minimal maintenance to it. So enjoy your fence. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope you've enjoyed having fun putting up your fence. Come on, preacher, let's go.
We hope you sit back and enjoy, doing nothing more to your Gardner fence for years to come. We're Gardner Fence, fencing tailored to the horse industry and your lifestyle.